Okay, so the parent that should like take our parenting class is Dennis Williams, who uses high achievement as his parenting style, and this is where you set extremely high expectations for your kid and like prioritize success and discipline over like emotional expression and autonomy. And I think this style focuses more on like having good grades, having awards, being perfect, like being perfect at anything, not doing anything wrong, and doing that, like having good grade, like focusing on having good grades, awards, like be perfect, um, can come at a cost, which is like it'll ruin the emotional bond between like parents and child. And you also have to like set realistic expectations for your kid, not really unrealistic expectations. And I think Dennis would like benefit from our class because like high achievement parenting can cause the kid to grow up stressed or like be stressed and grow up as a very anxious person, and as a person I mean grow up as a kid who is afraid of failure. And in parenting class we learned about pies, which is physical, intellectual, emotional, and social bond social. And we learned the aspects of like child development. And I think Dennis focuses too much on like intellectual development more than emotional development, and I think he neglects like emotional and social growth. And being in this class, he can benefit from Unit 1, where we learn the parenting styles and skills, the authoritarian, authoritative, permissive, and neglectful parenting. And with this, he can learn to reflect on what like the effect of having high expectations for your kid, and how that's gonna like affect his kid. And child development in Unit 3, child toddler development, and like Erickson's stages of psychosocial development, the part where like initiative versus guilt, and the industry versus inferiority. And his I think like his parenting style will cause like feelings of being like inferior, and like if if the kid doesn't feel like they're doing things right, or they're messing up big time. And I think these lessons would help him like this class would help him realize like why it's important to be balanced. Don't just like focus on being perfect, and like praise your kid, have a emotional like connection with your kid, and like support your kid. Don't worry about like being perfect, having good grades. Like let your kid let loose. And yeah, I think he should be the one to take our class. Okay, so the parents that I think should be invited as a guest speaker is Yandekel and Alex McGann, and their parenting style is routine. And the parenting style routine mostly focuses on like having structure and like predictability and being consistent with their day and like consistency. And we learned that this like secures like attachment to parents, like, and reduces like anxiety somehow. And I think Alex and Yan's like approach like helps their kids to know what to expect next. And I think this would like also help create like a strong brain development, and especially like starting with like growing up, this would be good for like the routine would like knowing what to expect would be good for the brain, I think. Like practice showing them and teaching them what to expect, I think it would be great. And I think they would be great like guest speakers because um their parenting shows like how like having a routine, a strong routine um can help the kid grow responsible, have like self-regulation, and like feel like safe emotionally. um and also like this this also like this parenting style like also supports pies, um and I think it would also like help like support like emotional and social development for the kids. And also this reflects on like Erickson's idea of like autonomy and versus like shame or doubt. And it's because like um they give like kids like a thought or like something to use to feel like safe, secure, and like independent. And as a student in parenting, I would like to hear more and about like how to use their routine schedule, like I mean their routine parenting styles, like as their kid like grows up and gets older. And like I would like ask how they allow like if they like allow their kid like to be more flexible and like as they grow up. And like also like ask if like what if like having a routine doesn't work one day. And I think also like there is an area that like one part of their parenting style that they could improve, which is like I think allowing their kids to like make a decision like like at least like once in a while or like once a week, or like starting with like basically eating what they want and like having like deciding whether to do their homework first or play first. and and we learned that in this class we learned that when we allow kids to express um their decisions, like express we allow when we allow when we allow kids to make their own decisions, we allow kids to express their emotions and like thoughts through their choices, and this could help the kids um to build confidence and like basically like leadership. And I think strict routines can also like um make make the kids like dependent on choice making and direction instead of like learning how to think for themselves. This course summative like show like taught me how we can input like what we learned throughout this whole parenting class into real life, and that like being a parent isn't about like being perfect, and it's mostly about like knowing how your choices can like affect your kid and how they grow as a person, like and their personality and future, and how this can affect emotionally, uh and socially and physically and intellectually. And I think watching the parent test like kind of like eye opening to me at some point, and that also gave me a deeper understanding of parenting. And I think it also like made it somehow like made me understand like what we learned more, like from the parenting and like in unit 1, the parenting skills, styles, the authoritative, authoritarian, like I didn't know that there was more skills than that. And I knew about helicopter parenting, but yeah. And that this also like gave me a deeper understanding of like what like raising healthy children really mean, and like there's different like parenting styles which is like affected on what they believe and what they grew up with. And yeah, I think I learned a lot from this and this whole parenting class.